I was involved in a fatal fire, 2018, where we lost Mikey Davidson from Engine 69. I didn't go and get myself checked out mentally after that fire. I went right back to work. You know, I really understand what Friends of Firefighters is all about, you know, because I'm in therapy myself.
The mission of Friends of Firefighters is to provide counseling and therapeutic services for firefighters, their families, and to encourage them to come in and destigmatize the process of opening up and discussing your feelings and emotions and traumas. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health.
You know, when it comes to therapy, I think it's important for first responders to know that it's not always about the couch. It's about a conversation. It's about being seen and being heard. Nobody fights alone. Just like in a firehouse, everybody's a team. If you are suffering on your own, it's about knowing that you don't have to be alone.
I think Friends of Firefighters is really important because the men and women of the fire department are the type of people that will do anything for others, but they sometimes don't know how to ask for help themselves. And I think September 11th showed us that they are human and they have emotion and they are not robots.
We are the only organization of its kind. What I thought would be a short-lived organization that would just provide counseling, it became clear very quickly that this would be something that would be needed on an ongoing basis.
So the first time I walked in here, it's an old firehouse, and you walk in the door and you immediately feel at home. From the 1800s, it's one of the original BFD, Brooklyn Fire Department firehouses. Hook and ladder #1, it was here. Old Brooklyn Red Hook, seeing guys that were retired, hearing their stories, having breakfast, just like I used to do every morning in my own firehouses, was really the holy grail. You know what I mean? It was like, ah. There's some sort of a release. If you're hurting or maybe something's bothering you, you come here, you have breakfast with the brothers, you know, and you just talk it out.
I think it's now more accepted that, you know, if you have an issue, that it's okay to seek help. It's okay to talk about it, and that it's important to talk about it.
I think we're in a place now where we're actually talking about mental health. I think the earlier you start, the better the benefit is.
I actually think firefighters across the world could use something like this where it's confidential, it's free, it's unlimited, which means you don't get just 12 sessions and then move on because you're done. It's on an as-need basis.
I think that the younger generations are more open to the idea of mental health, where you know, the older guys, to really convince them that just talking to somebody is okay and it's actually the best thing you can do, took some work.
Friends of Firefighters is very special to me. You know, I lost my best friend, and we're all brothers on the fire department, so it has helped me and other firefighters I know personally.
I love seeing them change. I love seeing that after several visits, it could be 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you start to see who they are come to the surface. You start to see them smile.
Friends of Firefighters are an open door policy. They are your confidants, they are your chefs, they are open arms for hugs, support. They are actual support.
The fire department has their own counseling services unit, and it's great, and I actually utilize that. But the beauty about Friends of Firefighters, it is outside the jurisdiction of the New York City Fire Department. So I feel that when you open up here, you can open up more fully.
We prioritize their privacy, their confidentiality, and more specifically, their safety.
There are a lot of different ways that you can treat yourself better and receive mental health care, and it doesn't all have to be some super heavy loaded experience. And that's why we try to offer the services that we do, is because we want to help you in a way that's going to fit your specific needs. And we do everything from yoga to acupuncture, music therapy, financial counseling. We do in-house events here at the firehouse, like monthly breakfasts and dinners, which are a great way to have firefighters, active and retired, come and build a sense of community.
I think the really important thing what Nancy realized is that it's not just the firefighters who were going through this, but it was their families, their spouses, their children. So she made it available to the firefighting community.
And if you have a whole family getting the support, then their relationships with each other can really thrive.
Speaking from experience, my dad was a fireman who passed away while on the job, and I know that my family could have really used something like Friends of Firefighters back then.
Friends of Firefighters offers several ways to create healthy new memories. It's safe, the door is always open, we're here, we're consistent. I encourage, I have the chills, right? I encourage retirees and active members to come here and to feel safe and feel connected.
I would recommend the younger firefighters to take advantage of this, because as time goes on, their stresses will increase.
During the pandemic, when the city closed down, we were able to offer telehealth services, making counseling or just talking to a therapist for support more accessible.
The staff here, they're very dedicated. Nancy makes this very successful. She puts the right people in place to help her.
I think everybody's well aware of the fatal fire in the Bronx, how it impacts the people that we serve. It was devastating, and of course they're looking at every single thing, what could have been done. To be honest, when they got there, the damage was done, and they got there within 3 minutes.
Not only do they listen to their clients, they listen to each other. Everyone is heard, everyone's voice matters, everyone is respected. I love that about them. They are awesome here.
It really is an honor and a pleasure to work for Friends of Firefighters. It's a beautiful mission, which I'm very proud to be part of.
I love working here. I'm really able to see individuals who've done so much for their community heal and grow.
This building is helping me heal. The people that work here are helping me heal. Me helping others is helping me heal. Quite frankly, it saved my life. There's no doubt about that.
I really feel that Friends of Firefighters is now, setting the example of what can be done for the firefighting community, certainly in New York, but all over the country. And it feels good to know that I'm involved in an organization that is really making a difference and is really, committed and is in it for the long run.
It's important for people to remember that we're still here.
One thing I would like to say to firefighters is you do not have to go to that dark place. You do not have to be alone. And I would ask firefighters to come and just visit. Come for a cup of coffee. You don't have to come in and you're committed to something. We're privileged to work with the FDNY members and their families.
It feels like an urgency, and that support needs to be 24/7, which is why we try to get funding to kind of expand our reach so that we're available all the time. Getting support is the bravest thing you can do.